tight connections, railway staff thinking we're posing a threat, and more, as we look at the brand new renationalised South Western Railway as we tick off 3 counties during our train spotting adventures. We head to Dorset, we head to Hampshire, and we head to Surrey to tick off 3 new counties on our way to London. Will we make the connections? Will we annoy anyone? That is the question as we try out South Western Railway. Stay tuned to find out. So, looks like it's going to be a 6-car 159 all the way there, all in the brand new, well I say brand new, the new South Western Railway livery. Of course they've still got some units in the old Stagecoach South West Trains livery, which must be, God, 30 plus years old now. But yeah, you can see it just hiding away in the depot ready to come in. Got our ticket. First stop will be Gillingham in Dorset. We will then stay there for roughly an hour. We will then head to Andover, which is in Hampshire. I think we are staying there again for another hour before making our way to Woking. Woking, we're only there for about 10-15 minutes, and then we will be heading to London Waterloo. The aim today is to tick off Dorset, Hampshire and Surrey in my locations visited and taken a photo for training in terms of counties. And then after that we will catch the Underground to Paddington and then catch Great Western Railway back. Hopefully we should get into Paddington, all being well, at 2:25, giving us enough time to get across to Paddington for the 3 o'clock service back down. And then we shall head to back down to Exeter, getting here for about 9:25, for about 5:30ish, give or take. Hopefully no disruption. The last 2 days have been terrible. We had line closures on Monday due to wildfires, and then there was also a giant signal failure yesterday. So hopefully today our whole journey goes undisrupted. We are roughly 20 minutes away from departure, so let's go get into position and get ready as we visit Great British Railways for the first time. And here we go, our ride for the first part, 159019. Filling in. Here we are on board the South Western Railway service for the first half of our journey. We are heading to Gillingham. We're on board for about an hour and a half, due into Gillingham at 10:50. We will then hopefully get a picture of the 10:52 service to Exeter St David's. That will tick off Dorset. Otherwise we're going to be there for a very long time, as I don't believe there's any trains passing through until our train that we're planning to catch to Andover. At Andover, that's another 40 minutes from Gillingham. Hopefully we get on the 11:51 service from Gillingham, then we should get there for about 11:30. Stop off, get a picture, grab some food for lunch. This should hopefully, fingers crossed, all go to plan. Of course, South Western Railway, first service to be nationalised under the government's brand new Great British Railway. This train here hasn't had any of the vinyls put on yet, otherwise I would have shown you, but it is very nice. Of course, it's known for being the budget way to get to London. That's, I think, what the brand's always going to stay, even under Great British Railway. Well, Great Western Railway is seen as the more, although expensive, the more pleasant, luxurious way to travel. Of course, South Western Railway, no catering, you've got nothing. It's a very slow moving train, takes a lot longer, but it is a lot cheaper. The nature of the route it takes does have some downside. There is a lot of the single track route, so if any problems happen, services are delayed, cancelled for the rest of the day. But as a whole, South Western Railways are a very reputable brand. Before SWR, it was known as South West Trains. It ran the 159's little brothers in the 158s. Do have a lovely model of that one at home, which I may insert a clip here of. Don't know.
May I have your attention, please?
It's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. 'Cause I got me for life.
Depends if I can find one. But yes, 1 and a bit hours to Gillingham. Get in there, see what we do. If I find anything interesting along route, I shall let you know. But for the time being, I'm going to enjoy being in a carriage on my own, which in its own right is luxurious, apart from the fact the air conditioning is generally louder than a fighter jet. Well, yeah, today, South Western Railways. Tell me, who do you want me to travel on next? I'm thinking of going to Wales and TFW, though I've already ticked off Wales. It would be quite a good journey. Anyway, enough of me waffling, let's get cracking. Very slow. Stops like every 10 minutes. So we're passing Cranbrook, one of the newly built areas in the outskirts of Exeter now. Yeah, very slow service. Not complaining. Sitting back enjoying the scenery. Well, very slow to be fair. Very comfortable seats, these 159. Can't really complain too much. You know, you're getting what you pay for. The seats are nice. You know, some people won't like the fact there's no refreshments. Well, I personally doesn't really order them on board anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. But yeah, it is the only one major downside apart from the speed and the frequency it stops. It's just how loud the units are compared to an IET or even a HT when they're in good condition. You know, these things are very loud. You know, it does make me wonder. You know, HST's being phased out. South Western Railway needed to update some of their stock by they didn't buy some. You know, they would have been very good in 2+4s and 2+6, 2+7 formations. It would have worked quite nicely on these lines, though again, all the signalling is probably a reason why they didn't do it. But these units here, to be fair to them, very reliable. I'm not going to say too much about their frequency of breaking down, because I'll say that and then we'll break down somewhere in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, loving it so far. First time on this line. Never travel my Southwestern, always got my Great Western. But yeah, very, very pleasant journey so far. Hopefully stay that way as we now get to pick up a bit of speed and head out together. South Western Railway operates a various amount of routes along its network, mostly and to its terminal at London Waterloo. They operate services towards Woking, towards Basingstoke. They also go to Portsmouth Harbour via Winchester, go from Winchester or Southampton Central to Bournemouth. Of course, big holiday locations. Another big holiday location that they go to is Poole, again from London Waterloo. They also operate services out towards Weymouth, again a big seaside town. You can kind of get the gist. If it's a southerly based seaside town, they're usually serving it. They also head to Halesmere. I definitely butchered that one. You are going to have to give my apologies for that one. They also operate to Portsmouth Harbour, that's via Guildford. On the west of England, they operate services towards Salisbury, to Exeter, which is the route that we are doing today in reverse. They also operate to Alton. They operate to a leap service, so that's London Waterloo to London Waterloo via Kingston. They also operate services to Reading. Very old stock there, you can often see it in the platforms you're heading through. London Waterloo to Windsor and Eton Riverside. Also operate to Weybridge via Hounslow and Virginia Water. They also go to Chessington South, Dorking, Guildford via Epsom, Shepperton, Hampstead Court. They go to Guildford via Cobham and Stoke Diamond. Definitely butchered that. That was a terrible pronunciation. They go between Ascot to Aldershot, as well as Guildford to Farnham. Again, it's terrible pronunciation. Portsmouth and Southsea to Southampton Central. Romsey to Salisbury. Buckenhurst to Leamington Pier. Shanking to Ryde Pierhead. Most of its routes. They have a various amount of rolling stock. Again, 158s and the 159 family. Today we're on the 159s. They also operate the class 444, 450s, 455s, 458s, and then finally 701. The 455s are set to be replaced by class 701s, which will be used on the Reading, Windsor and London suburban services. As of 2 years ago, 42 of the 90 trains ordered had been accepted from Ulster. Trains began being used January last year. So, again, we were talking about ownership earlier. It was owned by, before the government, was owned by First Group and MTR Corporation. MTR are a mainly government-owned Hong Kong company. they've operated several different services over several different countries, both in Asia and in Europe. But yeah, I believe one of their sister companies does have a stake in Stagecoach. I might be incorrect in that statement though. We are now 40 minutes away. This has honestly been very good so far, although there is, for a moment, quite a strong smell of burning. It's kind of disappearing now. Don't know what it is. Probably the gearbox shutting itself to be polite. But yeah, very close now to our first stop of Gillingham and Dorset. I believe we're currently passing through Somerset, or just about to. We're coming up to Axminster now, which I do think is it Somerset or is it Dorset? I'm not great with counties. I did have to research this whole route beforehand. Currently, in terms of counties, I've got about a quarter, a fifth of all the counties in the UK ticked off. I haven't individually done Wales or Scotland because both countries can be hard to get specific places, but I definitely will want to explore it some more. I want to get on the flirts one day. That will be a video. We do have a video planned for next month, 2 months time actually, which will be travelling to Derby for the greatest gathering. You can catch that all here. Anyway, enough of me waffling.
The next station is
Let's enjoy the rest of the journey. We are currently 2 minutes away from Gillingham, off a stop in the county of Dorset. We are currently just a left your way. Quite actually nice and spacious out here. I would have filmed in there, but a lot of people have decided to sit around me, and for their sake, South Western Railway staff behind me, sitting down like you want to disturb their day. It's quite nice in here though. We've got all our stuff, the seating area. We've still got one of the old red seats down here from when they were ran by South West Trains. Don't know how good that transition to by the way. It was half not expecting it to work. Also got a route back. We are 2 stops away from Salisbury, which is quite a major stop for South West Trains on its route in towards London Waterloo. But you also look at this route and you go, God, I'm still so far away from Waterloo, which is so true. But it's not been too bad, hopefully. So smooth. I've had a look at Gillingham. It's not such a rush as I thought. Getting about 10:50, 10:51 I think, so we're running like a minute or two late, which basically on time in the railways. And then we got the Exeter St David's service at about 1/4. Don't know why I did that, believe me, but yeah, we've got half an hour, 15 minutes, half an hour-ish. Perfect. Got use of facilities, constant station shop, I got one. Then go across and set up for that. And then our next train back, which is in an hour, it's the 11:50 service. It's only a 3-car next one going in from Exeter. So it might be tad busy, not really sure. It's not really my specialty in terms of service. It's also very hard to count. Anyway, coming up to Gillingham. Let's get off, get ready, set up for our first county. Here we go. Into Gillingham. Okay, we can't get off at this platform too. Very busy. Train 11:51 off Gillingham, far the 3 car 159 heading to Andover. It is full and standing on here already. So let's join another unit at Salisbury, so we'll have problems with that one. I think it's a bit quieter and talk to you more about my experience at Gillingham Station. Apart from that, see. Just jumped units, we're now on, I think 158, it's a 2 car, so I'm guessing 158, at Salisbury. It was absolutely rammed, I cannot feel in that corridor anymore, it was terribly rammed. So I've moved units, very quiet, mainly because I'm in the vestibule next to first class now, but hopefully. Next stop is Andover in, I think it's roughly, well, I can't remember, it's very close. I'll try to get a photo there, that'll tick off our second county of the day. I'm hoping, praying that my phone has enough battery, because I did not bring a battery pack with me today, which was very stupid. Anyway. We're about to leave Salisbury. Next stop for me, Andover. See you there. Here we go, Andover. This is Hampshire. Ticked off. Nice road. So 1306 is the next one on our journey. We've got a train coming in from Exeter very soon, which I think comes in across on the other side. I'm not 100% sure, we will have to see. I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going. I'm just taking this as it goes. Our train now Oh, but it is a bit chilly, isn't it? Here we go. So, I think over there is where our train is going to come in from, as our lovely 159 and 158 leave the platform. Hey, I think I'm going to have to go across because I'm not going to get a good enough view of that platform over there. I think that's also where all the good food is served, and it is lunchtime and I do need to eat. But here we go. Hampshire is technically ticked off because I filmed that train leaving. But I think that's a bit scummy. So I'm going to go over, find a place to set us up. See you shortly. Okay, train's coming in here and over. I'm being watched like a hawk by security. And here it comes.
For more information, please visit southwesternrailway.com/engineering. Thank you.
It's on time as well. It's just a relief. And the trespass officer is still staring me down. I'm clearly not happy that I'm doing this, but I'm at the end of the platform and everyone's way in a safe area, so therefore I'm not breaking any rules. Well, I think he is telling me he can't be wary of me, which is fair enough. Well, I know what I'm doing. So they cannot complain too much. Also, my train from here is delayed by 3 minutes, which is brilliant because this train's set to leave at 1 o'clock. My train was scheduled from the other side of the station for 6 minutes past. It's 3 minutes late, which is another 3 minutes, which will definitely be helpful when packing up all my equipment and all my food. I've got a ham and cheese toastie, cookies, crisps and a can of Monster. Anyway, train's leaving now, so I'll leave you to watch it depart whilst I take some photos. Okay, there it goes. Time to quickly pack up and head across platforms onto the train to Woking, which is our next stop on this journey to Waterloo on the brand new Great British Railways South West trains. Okay, we are now on the service from Woking, 6 minutes past service. It did run about 2 minutes late, which is perfect. Maybe just enough time to get across to the platform, which is what I was hoping for. It's a single 158 set. This one starts from Salisbury. It's 158018. We are heading to Woking now. I had originally planned to only be at Woking for about 15 minutes because there is a train
The next station
2 minutes
is
after Woking, which I had planned to take photo of. But if the track is too overgrown like it was at Andover, there's no way of getting me across platform shot, which is what I would need to do to get that train on time. If not, I'll have to wait for 15 minutes to catch the train just behind us, which is a 12 car unit to London Paddington of Waterloo even, which is what I was planning to catch on the way back here. But obviously things have now changed, and if I don't catch it, I will only delay my journey by about 10 minutes. I should still make it to Paddington for the 3 o'clock train, which I really want to catch back because I don't want to be waiting another hour. But we will try our best once we get to Woking to see what the lay of the land is. So far it's been a pretty good day. Andover, pretty nice station. Got my lunch there. Got myself a ham and cheese toasties, some crisps, a can of Monster, and a chocolate cookie. Only eaten the toasty and drank the drink so far. Although I must say, the platform staff there, the trespass and welfare officer, really did not like me. He stalked me down the platform, and then once I left after doing the video, he went and searched it, probably thinking that I placed down something explosive. Anyway, nice little station overall.
This is
We are
Whitchurch. This train is for London
about
Waterloo. The
10-15
next station
minutes
is
from Woking, I think. If I've got my timings correct, so not too bad. It's not too busy a train either. Well, that's Woking done. Literally hopped off the train, ran down to the edge of the platform just in time to catch that service, and my dingle's got 10% battery left. So it's really good. We've got a train coming up next which is going to take us to Waterloo. Get on that one, and then that will conclude the end of our journey towards London Waterloo on the brand new renationalised South Western Railway. There we go, there's some different stock for you. Hardly seen anything apart from 159s today. I think I'm going to see them in my dreams. But anyway, Woking complete. 3 counties I needed to tick off today have been completed just in time, and we're going to get to Waterloo at the time I was hoping to. So ideal. Well, we're on to our final train of the day. It is a class 444. It's a 10 car from Woking. That was a very rushed spot, so the content probably there wouldn't be that great. Literally hopped off within 8 minutes, quickly camera down. I missed the train I was aiming to get, but thankfully there was a train from the depot, I believe it was heading to Waterloo fast straight through my platform. I was literally about to put away my equipment. I heard the announcement, I was got it down, got my camera out just in time to get the pictures. And so that station ticked off. We're now on our way to London Waterloo, our final stop on today's journey. Overall, South Western Railway, I'm very happy with them. You know, they're clean, you know, they're not too overcrowded. You know, I've got this whole carriage to myself. Admittedly, I do think this train started here, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, very clean, very nice service. You know, members of staff have been lovely. You know, you are dealing with the fact that it is a budget railway company at the end of the day, and for the prices you pay on it, you cannot really be too disheartened. You know, we've travelled on 4 different trains between our 3 stops, and now on to Waterloo, where I tried to get some footage of some trains before I rush to Paddington. I've got 35 minutes between getting in and then having to get on my train at Paddington, getting at 23 minutes past. My train off Paddington is the 15:03. Otherwise, I'm hanging around Paddington for another hour, which I really do not want to do. It's been a very long day. But yeah, South Western Railway, now under Great British Railway, first company to be nationalised. And although you don't see too much of a difference yet, I think it's a very good base for what will be a really good railway company at the end of the day. And I can see why so many people choose them. The seats, they're lovely, they're comfortable. You can easily sit on these for a few hours. You know, it is inconvenient, you know, being stuck on a 158 for 3-4 hours to get to Paddington or Waterloo, and then having to stop every 10-15 minutes. But that's what you get for the price you pay, and you cannot be disheartened. Trains get clean again. I know I'm repeating everything I've said so far, but yeah, very, very happy overall. And as we race down, apart from the finale, which I'll wrap up once I've got on the IET back home, depending on space, I might have to step out into the gangway, although it will be the last video I possibly do with the gimbal. Just plug it into my power pack at the moment, just to give it enough to film this. But we'll grab some rolling footage as we roll towards Waterloo on this class 44410 car. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Anyway, let's watch the scenery. Goes to South Western Railway Pride train there. Lovely. see, you do see a lot along this line. So I was too busy filming the scenery, I didn't get to show you the Class 73 that we just passed on our left hand side. Yeah, this is a lovely route into London. It's a lot different from the Great Western Main Line in terms of what you get to see. To be honest, it's really interesting, just, you know, the different rolling stock and everything that you get to see. You know, you get to see London from a different angle. This, see other side of the city, kind of to Paddington. As we go past one of the suburban trains over there, again still in its old south or southwest train stagecoach livery, which I must say is a very smart livery. I'm surprised there's still so many trains with it on. Those suburban trains on, probably so close to being replaced, there's no point to re-liverying them. I think, well, we're 10 minutes out of London Waterloo now. Honestly, been a really interesting and exciting trip that I certainly enjoyed, and I would definitely do again if I had to. Which I think I will do, because I'm staying near Waterloo on a trip in a few months' time, so I'll probably just catch Southwestern home instead of going across to Paddington like I normally would. There you go, another suburban train, a bit of graffiti on that which ruined the looks of it, but yeah, really not too shabby, is it? Don't know why we're slowing down. Probably just the approach to Waterloo is a bit clogged up. There was a problem near a depot which was causing some delays through Woking. Apparently, that's what the announcements were saying, but oh well. Just enjoying the scenery and enjoying the views. So much for no disruption all day. Same as getting to the approach into Waterloo. To be fair, we still might make it on time, but we're going very, very slowly now, which is a shame, because we've had no disruption really all day, but it is what it is. I'm loving it though. Absolutely loving it. Some absolutely beautiful scenery. Southern trains over there. I haven't travelled on one of those. I do really want to one day though. We're racing a suburban train into Waterloo here. No, actually it's going to Dorking. What's that? Class 377 on I believe. Wow, this is a busy stretch of line, a lot busier from just the visual aspect than the Great Western Main Line. I understand it probably isn't, it's probably pretty similar, although you have what? God, there's a lot of tracks here. There's probably 5 to the left of me and 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7 over there. This is insane. For someone who lives down in the southwest, you know, you go on trips to London and everything's just done on so much more of a bigger scale, and it's insane really to look at, but it is also so lovely just to get the change of scenery in. Although I must admit, I am looking forward to getting back. 5 minutes from Waterloo now. Gardens. Here we go. Oh, we're taking that one. I think we're actually coming into Waterloo shortly, which will be good. My bag's all ready. I'm ready to hop off with you guys. And then we'll have a quick look around, see what stock's in. I've never been to Waterloo Station, so I'm not really sure how it's laid out or how much we're gonna be able to see. So a station like Paddington, it's very, very restrictive. No, I'll be happy to go through. I would quite like to keep my ticket as a reminder of this journey, but we'll have a look. We'll see what we can do. It is beautiful though. Very, very nice views. Different views to what you normally see. You know, you've got to appreciate the cityscape sometimes. I think we're one signal block away from Waterloo now, considering all the signals leading it or going forwards are at orange, which would indicate the next signal is a red. I do wonder how some people get to these locations to graffiti them though. There must be some insane climbing and stuff at work. Oh, the Shard in the distance. Over there.
This train is now approaching its final stop. This is London Waterloo. Change here for London Underground services. Please have your ticket ready for the ticket gates. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge. Please remember to take all your personal belongings when you leave the train. Thank you for travelling with South Western Railway. If you see something that doesn't look right,
I'll meet you guys in a second once we get in. I just need to slightly deassemble this tripod. Honestly, doing your bag one-handed is absolutely horrible. But here we go. We are coming in to London Waterloo, the final stop on this tour of the Southwestern line between Exeter and, well, Waterloo obviously. So we see another train just over there, the Alex Warden Foundation. I don't think I can get out that way, so it's going to have to be over here, which is fine by me. And there's the door. Oh, what two beautiful trains. Okay, and what a lovely station this is. There we go, that's our train that we came in on. Anyway, I'm gonna make my way towards the exits now. I don't fancy travelling back by Southwestern because I won't get home until about 7 PM. So I quite fancy getting back to Exeter pretty much at a decent time. Enough time for the chippy to open at least. Anyway, let's go see what units we were riding in. I think it was a 455. I cannot tell initially, but we will see. It is a lovely, lovely station though. It is insanely lovely. Yes, it was 444001. It's the front unit. We're riding 444039. Anyway, there might be some B-roll inserted, and if there isn't, I'll see you on the train home.
Station is ready.
As you can tell, I am back on my IT.
This is a
I
security
got on board.
If you see
5
something
minutes to
that
spare.
doesn't look right,
Absolutely
speak to
darted
staff
it out to the
or tell the
underground.
British Transport Police
Just made it in 5 hours. It was a bit of a hit and miss situation, but very happy that I've made it. So, that Southwestern Railways completed, the first company to be nationalised under the railway, or under the government I should say. And yeah, it was a good day, really enjoyed it, visited some wonderful stations, got some mostly undisturbed shots, apart from the guy who was doing his job, to be fair to him, so I shouldn't be getting too fast, but did seem to dislike the fact I was filming, which I could do. But yeah, apart from that, a very good day at the office. Left at 9:25 this morning from Exeter, and caught a 15:03 back. It was a full day. Some absolutely brilliant videos. If you want to see just the train stuff, check out the TikTok. If you want to see the photos, it's the Instagram. Of course, you've watched the YouTube, so you don't need to know that. Anyway, that's Southwestern Railway complete. That's Dorset, Hampshire and Surrey ticked off the list. I think next, why not go down to St Ives? Thinking that might be a good one. Maybe the South Devon Railway, do some heritage stuff, but apart from that, thank you for watching. Comment any suggestions. I know the audio might not have been brilliant today. The microphones didn't arrive in time to put it